Okay, just to recap what we did in the last class, we did about the definition of the accounting, the art of recording, classifying and summarizing in a significant manner in terms of money transactions, events which are in part at least of a financial character, and interpreting the results thereof. Then we did with the functions, we did with the financial accounting and management accounting, who are the users of accounting information. Then what is the need for accounting, importance of accounting, accounting principles, which are divided into accounting concepts and accounting conventions. Accounting concepts are separate entity, going concern, money measurement, cost, dual aspect, accounting period, matching cost and revenue, and realization concept. Any doubt with any of the concept if you have? Then accounting conventions, we have 4 accounting conventions. Conservatism, full disclosure, consistency, materiality. Accounting standards, what is the need of the accounting standards and who issues the accounting standards? I have already told you there are 32 accounting standards in from which you have to do a few compulsory ones. Systems of accounting, cash and mercantile. Then I think we did with the accounting equation also. Have we completed this accounting equation part? Okay. Classification of assets and liabilities. Types of account, have we started? No. So we have, I think we have to start from here. I'm really not able to recall where I left in the last class. Types of accounts. Whole accounting can be divided into 3 categories of account. Okay, before starting today's, do you have any doubt regarding the first lecture? Any doubt relating to any portion covered in the first lecture? No. Okay. So let's start with the types of accounts. Now, what was the business which we started? What was the business which we were doing in the last class? We must have started with some business. XYZ. Cloth business we started. Export house I think we started. Okay. We started with the export house. Okay, even if we didn't start it, let's start it now. XYZ Enterprises, the cloth business. Okay. So we started with XYZ Enterprise. It is a export house which manufactures the ready-made garments and then export it to the different countries. Now this export business will have so many transactions in it. Now all these transactions for the purpose of accounting can be divided into 3 types of accounts. Any type of transaction, any type of account can be divided into these 3 types of accounts. These 3 types of accounts are the personal account, real account and nominal account. Personal account, as the name suggests, it is related to the persons. Personal account can further be divided into 3 categories. 3 categories of personal account are natural personal account, natural personal account. Second category is artificial personal account. Artificial personal account. And the third category is representative personal account. Personal account can be divided into three categories. Personal account are the accounts which are related to the persons. These persons may be the natural persons, or they may be the artificial persons, or they may be the representative persons. Natural persons are those persons which are created by nature, the human beings. So the accounts which is related to the natural persons, the natural human beings, would be called as the natural personal account. The accounts which are related to the artificial persons, means artificial persons are those persons which are created by law. The persons which are created by law, like a company. Yes. Representative persons are those persons which represents a group of persons. Like if the salary is due to various employees, either we can write salary due to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So many names we can write, or I can write simply outstanding salary to employees. Right? So these would be the three categories of the personal account. Then real accounts are the accounts which are related to the assets and investments. These real accounts can be again divided into two categories: tangible real account and intangible real account. Tangible real account and intangible real account. Tangible real accounts are those which are related to the tangible assets, that is, the assets which can be touched and felt. And intangible real accounts are related to those assets which cannot be touched and felt. Nominal accounts. Nominal accounts are the accounts related to the expenses, losses, incomes, and gains. So all the accounts which are related to the expenses, losses, incomes, and gains, which would be termed as the nominal accounts. So these are the three categories of accounts in which all the accounts of a business can be divided into these three categories. It is necessary that the accounts of the business should be divided into these three categories, because on the basis of this categorization only we will do what needs to be debit and what needs to be credit. The rules of debit and credit are based on these categories. Are these types of accounts clear? Are these types of accounts clear with everyone? Three categories of the types of accounts: personal, real, nominal. Okay. Um, Salary account. Salary account. What type of account it would be? Salary account would be what type of account? Personal, real, or nominal? Don't read the rules. Don't read the rules. Salary account would be what type of account? Personal, real, or nominal? Salary. Salary is a personal account. For business, you are doing this. For business, salary is what? Your asset or your expense. Asset or expense? So if it is an expense, it should be the nominal account. Rent received. Rent received. Rent received would be what type of account? Income, so nominal, right? Landlord account. Okay, let's say landlord's name is B. B's account. Natural personal, right? Landlord is not your property. Laptop account. Cash account. Cash account, real. ICICI bank account. ICICI bank account. No, ICICI bank account is not a real account. ICICI is an artificial person created by law. So ICICI bank account would be the artificial personal account. Electricity expense account. Nominal, true. So I think now this three categorization is clear with you, that how we have to categorize the accounts. On the basis of the categorization, we do the debit and credit. Now this debit and credit is done from the point of the business. Right from the point of the business. So personal account rule says debit the receiver, credit the giver. Means the person who is giving should be the person who is receiving, or I should explain in this language also. Only the person who is receiving should be debited. The person who is giving should be credited. Right? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Like if you have sold the goods. If you have sold the goods on credit, the person who is receiving the goods has to be debited. If you have purchased the goods on credit, the person who has given the goods to you should be credited. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. The person who has received the thing from you should be debited, and the person who has given the thing to you should be credited. Real account is related to the asset. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Means asset में जो आ रहा है उसको debit and the credit what goes out. Nominal account rule says debit all expenses and losses and credit all gains and incomes. Right? Vineet, is it clear now why we are debiting the receiver and crediting the giver? Crediting the giver means the person who has given you something needs to be credited. If the person has given you something, then you need to pay him back. That's why it is credited. Real account relates to the assets. Means debit what comes in. If my asset increases, I should debit. If my asset decreases, I should credit. And nominal account, debit all expenses and losses and credit all gains and income. From the debit what comes in and credit what goes out. You have to do this rule in the journal entry. Whenever you are doing the transaction, you have to follow this rule. Whenever you are making an accounting entry, this rule has to be followed. Now we can proceed to the preparation of the journal entries. These are the few books of accounts which we will prepare: journal, cash book, ledger and subsidiary books. Right? So I hope all of you have the book with you. Come to chapter 4. Come to chapter 4, illustration 4.4. Illustration 4.4, chapter 4. Please tell me the page number because I have a old version with me. The same book's old version. There is some change in the page numbers. Page 55, is it? Okay, let it be 55. Journalize the following transactions and also state the nature of each account involved in the general entry. Ajit started the business with cash rupees 40,000. Is it that one only, Sameer? Okay. So page 55, illustration 4.4. Please come to this page. I will first explain you the format. Come to the solution part. On the solution part, you can see a table on the head of which it is written as journal. Right? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. It has 7 columns with it. First column relates to the serial number. Serial number is the number of the entries. Serial number is the number of the entries which are present in the question. This is for the purpose of the ease. This is at the student level only. Practically the serial number doesn't exist. Second column is date. Date, this is the mandatory column. Mandatory column, it needs to be present there. Third column is particulars. In particular, you can see one account is debited and other is written as to. The first entry is cash account debit to capital. Right? So this cash account to capital is the journal entry. This we call as journal entry. Below this, there is a small line written being commencement of business. This small line is narration. Right? Are you with me? 3 columns are clear? Come to the fourth column. Fourth column is nature of account. This column is added here for the purpose of your easiness. Practically this column is not present. Fifth column, ledger folio. Ledger folio is the ledger folio means folio means page number. Means the page number on which this entry is posted. Wait for this column. Once you prepare ledger, it would be more clear what is ledger folio. Then sixth column is debit amount and seventh column is credit amount. Debit will always be equal to credit because we work on dual aspect concept. Our accounting equation is always balanced. Is all 7 columns clear with everyone? Are these clear? Okay, let's start with the question. Let's start framing the journal entries now. So there are 1 to 15. 15 entries are there with you. You have to journalize the following transactions. The date is given from December 1, 2000 to it is December 31. So 1 month, for 1 month they have given you the transactions which you have to journalize. First transaction is Ajit started the business with cash rupees 40,000. Ajit started the business with cash rupees 40,000. New business has been started. Ajit has started the business by paying cash 40,000 into the business. Right. So now when you have to frame the journal entry, make it a 3-step process. Ajit started the business with cash rupees 40,000. So first step, analyze the transaction, that what are the two aspects involved in it, as you were doing in the accounting equation. Accounting equation comes prior to the journal because that accounting equation tells you what are the two aspects involved mathematically. For a layman who is not from accounting background, it is easy to analyze for him what are the two things involved in it. So first step, you have to see that what are the two things involved here, two aspects. Now what are the accounts for those two aspects? Once you have identified that this is cash account is involved here, quickly see what is the type of account. Whether it is a personal, whether it is a real, whether it is a nominal. So once you have identified the type of account, then it is very easy for you to decide that what needs to be debited and what needs to be credited. So do it for the first one. Do it for the first transaction. Ajit started the business with cash rupees 40,000. Do it for the first one yourself. Ajit started the business with cash rupees 40,000. What is happening in the transaction? What is happening in the transaction? What is happening in the transaction, that Ajit has contributed rupees 40,000 in the form of cash. So business has received cash in the form of capital. Cash account is involved, capital account is involved. These are the two things involved here, cash and capital. Cash is a real account, capital is a personal account. It would be Ajit's capital account only. So it would be the personal account. Now what does the rule says? Rule says debit what comes in. So what is coming in? What is coming in? I think some 5-6 persons have answered me. 5-6 students. So the people who are answering are Rishika, Megha, Brijmohan, Sameer, Arun, Tanjeet, and Vineet, and GJ Prasad. No, till Vineet, not GJ Prasad. He is asking something. Okay, till Vineet. First, you tell me all of you are from the science background or from the accounting background. Then your answers would be entertained. GJ Prasad, why cash is a real account? Cash is an asset. It is a tangible asset. That's why it is a real account. Megha, you can answer the questions. Tanjeet, you will not answer the question at journal entry level. Tanjeet, it's my request to you not to answer the question at journal entry level because I will lose track with non-commerce people. After general entry level, you may answer the questions. Good. Sameer, Arun, Rishika, Brijmohan. Brijmohan, you will also not answer the question at journal level. Okay. So the first transaction is Ajit started a business with cash rupees 40,000. The two things which are involved here is that cash is coming in the business and it is coming in the form of capital. So the two accounts involved here is cash and capital. Okay, let's see what are the categories of accounts. Cash and capital. Cash is a real account and capital, that is Ajit's capital account. Ajit's capital account is a personal account. Okay, I have identified the type of account. Now, cash and Ajit's capital account is involved. Cash is a real account. Ajit's capital account is a personal account. What is coming in? As you said, cash is coming in. So, when cash is coming in, real account rule says debit what comes in. Right? So, debit what comes in? Cash debit. And personal account rule says credit the giver. Here we have received this cash and the giver is Ajit's capital. So, cash debit to Ajit's capital account. Then see the first entry, cash account debit to Ajit's capital account or capital account. And below this a small sentence is written which is called as narration. Narration is written for the purpose of explaining that what is happening in the transaction. Megha, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Assets and capital are the two different things. Asset is what the business owns and capital is what the business owe to the owner. Vineet, what are you asking question? I don't know. Can I understand debit as something deducted? No, don't understand this. Debit, how can debit be something deducted? I am here saying debit what comes in. No, debit what comes in. Debit is what is coming in the business. Megha, for what you answered yes. Why or question mark? I don't know what you are trying to say. I don't understand. Uh, we need to classify the nature of account, because on the basis of classification of nature of account, then only the rules are based on the classification of accounts. That's why we need to classify them. In this case, cash is going out of cash account. How cash is going out? He is contributing, you are doing this accounting for the business. So he has given 40,000 to the business in the form of capital. So is cash going out or coming in the business? Samir, is cash going out or coming in the business? Megha, why is the capital account personal? Capital account is related to a person. It would be the Ajit's capital account. So Ajit is a person. That's why it is a personal. So we need do the way whichever way you feel it to be simple. Cash is coming in. Cash is coming in. Rishika, how is cash going out? I'm really not able to understand. You are doing it from the business, not the person. Yes, it is related to the Ajit's business. It is not related to the Ajit as a person. We have already gone through the separate entity concept. Ajit, Mr. Ajit, and the business are the two different persons. Yes, we are maintaining a Ajit's capital account in the business. Ajit's capital account in the business. Yes, for bank you are a customer. Ajit is not a customer. Ajit is the person who has contributed the money. How can capital account be a nominal account? Nominal account is related to the expenses, losses, incomes and gains. Is the capital contributed by Ajit is the expense for the business or loss for the business? What do you mean to say by this? I mean in terms of metaphor. I am not able to understand. Vineet, is it clear why is it a personal account and not a nominal account? Customer is to Ajit. Don't know. Yes, Ajit is not a customer. Ajit is the owner. Ajit is the owner, not a customer. Business account? This is not a business account. This is the books of the business. It will have several accounts into it. You need to maintain, I think you have totally forgotten the first class. We need to record, classify and summarize the transactions. So our business started today. Since the day one, I need to keep a record of the transaction. So I kept a first record that Ajit gave me 40,000 in the form of capital. Right? So in the first stage we captured that item, we recorded that item. No, no, Vineet. This is the capital contributed by the Ajit only. So it will remain Ajit's capital only. If you have given something to the business, that will remain yours. This is the amount contributed by the Ajit. So the business, whenever the business shut down, the business needs to repay you this amount. Is it clear, everyone? Though it is the business for which Ajit is the owner, but the accounts of the Ajit and the business would be two different things because we work on separate entity concept. And the amount which is contributed by the Ajit would be as the Ajit's capital account. Okay, come to the next transaction. It would be more clear. Next transaction is paid into the bank rupees 2000. Make it 20,000. No. Then there would be Ajit's capital, Ajay's capital, Aman's capital, Anil's capital. So many capital. Where whatever is the number of transactions, there would be that number of accounts. Come to the second part now. Go to the second journal entry. Paid into the bank rupees 20,000 means yes, you add them and you get the capital for the business. Paid into the bank rupees 20,000 means you have deposited the cash of 20,000 into the bank account. Cash of 20,000 has been deposited into the bank account. So the two accounts involved here is the cash account and bank account, right? Cash and bank, two accounts are involved. Cash is what type of account? Real. Bank is what type of account? Bank is what type of account? Bank is what type of account? Bank is a personal account, right? So cash is involved and bank is involved. Now paid into the bank rupees 20,000. Who is receiving this amount? Bank is the receiver of this amount and cash is going out of the business. So the personal account rule says debit the receiver. So debit the bank and cash is going out. Real account rule says credit what goes out. So bank account debit to cash. Bank account debit to cash. Clear? Bank account debit to cash. Apply the rule, then only it would be clear. If you do anything without doing this classification, I really don't know how the accounting can be done without the classification. Where is the capital? I have come to the second entry. Capital is not involved. Cash is not coming anywhere. Cash is going out of the business. And V. Dinakar, as far as your question is concerned, when you get the message that your salary is credited to your account, is it the bank's book or is it your book? Is it the your book or bank's book? Out of capital, it has already come in the cash account. The cash is lying in the cash account 40,000. Then out of that 40,000, 20,000 is deposited. Yes, Dinakar, if it is the bank's book, think it from the bank's perspective. Let's come to the third entry. If you see the first entry, cash is already lying 40,000 in the cash account. Yes, Megha. Yes, so cash has been debited means I'm having a cash of 40,000. I said debit what comes in. So I already have 40,000 with me because cash is going out of the business, Megha. You have deposited the cash into the bank account. Business has deposited the cash into the bank account. So if you want to deposit the cash into the bank account, it will go out. I think Dinakar, you are from a non-commerce background. So it would be better if you focus on what we are doing right now. Whatever you are thinking, that has done in the bank's book. So if you at least go through one question of the accounting, then you think that what the bank people are doing, then you can better understand it rather than analyzing the situation as a starter. Second entry is clear with everyone.